Lauren is here! Woohoo! My name is Lauren Sullivan. I'm 30 years old. I feel quite famous. I'm like, oh hello.
What is your favourite TV program?
EastEnders. So every Wednesday I go to an art class place. First I'm like, well, what shall I draw? Usually I think of my family and I think, oh, whose birthday is it next? Birthday cards go to Lauren Sullivan.
So what do you love about Sundays?
I see my family, who I am so in love with. I love it because when I get in the car, Mum's like, right, are you ready now? Yes, I've got my seatbelt on, I'm all ready. Go up the road and she's like, oh, I like this song. I'm like, Mum, I love you.
Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. I'm gonna live forever.
Lauren was a very easygoing child. She never had a tantrum, never. She was very mild-tempered. She was a very girly girl, very friendly, always had lots of friends. Yeah, just generally a nice little girl. Just before she did her final exams at school, she came to me and said that she didn't want to worry me, but she couldn't see out of one eye, and her sight had been progressively going over a period of a few weeks. And when we took her to the opticians, they tested her eyes and said there's something wrong neurologically, and that glasses wouldn't help her and that we should go and see the doctor straight away. And that's what we did. Well, it was devastating for us, and I think it'd be devastating for any parent because nobody wants to hear that their child has a degenerative illness. It's not what you plan for your child when you have them. Lauren was upset for about 30 seconds. The first thing she said was, "It's not going to change my life." And she was determined she was going to carry on as normal.
I have a big weakness in my legs. The muscles just suddenly go quite weak, which affects my walking. So I use a walking frame if I'm walking outside. I have the frame which I do cling on to. And I walk slowly. My memory is awful. If someone tells me something and says, remember that for next week, did you remember that? What? Sorry? Huh? Says I can't read anymore. I've tried it and I sit down and I'm like...
When most people get MS, it's a very gradual decline, and a lot of the time they maintain their kind of cognitive function about things. But with Lauren it was very different. Her MS is very severe. She has relapsing remitting MS, but it never really leaves her, and it's caused brain damage, and the brain damage is what she's dealing with. It was really sudden. She came to visit me one Wednesday. She always used to come over for tea, and she came over and she didn't look very well. She was a bit sort of blotchy and she looked really tired, and I thought she might be getting the flu or something, so I told her to go home early and took her home, and that was the last time I saw her normal. I felt very much it was important that she stayed near to her family but was enabled to be as independent as she could be. So she lives in her own flat about 5 minutes from us, and she has a full-time carer, young girl around her age, who lives with her and helps her to do her weekly schedule. She gets out every day and she does something different every day, and she has a really good quality of life. She never says, why me? Why have I got it? Or it's not fair, or I don't want this anymore. You won't hear her complaining about it.